Hey, Michelle. Michelle, can you hear me? Can you put me in a breakout room with Mr. Okay, thank you.
I don't know, they wait in the active shooter.
Mr. Stephenson?
Yes, sir. How are you doing?
I'm on.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Because I don't have any audio over here. Hey, is there any way to turn the volume up on her audio?
We shall see. Okay, let me see now.
She usually has those headphones on. So.
Oh, I can turn your volume up on here. Oh, there it is, right there. Is it? What?
How are your speakers in?
I have speakers.
It's coming through the monitor?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when one of them come back, just then you have.
Kia. Hold on. Miss Yates, can you hear us? Oh, Miss Yates ain't in here, right? Who is that?
Mr. Stephenson,
Unplug
can you
the
say something real
headphones.
quick to see if we have any audio for you?
Sure. Hello, hello,
Yeah,
hello.
I mean, Kia, have some mercy. Let me see if I can.
No, it's not working. You said unplug the headphones.
Sorry.
You're like peanuts. I haven't eaten Snickers for lunch. All right, say something, Mr. Stephenson.
Hello, hello, hello.
Now we're good. I can hear you now.
There we go.
That's okay. I'm using somebody else's computer, and so I have to kind of go with the flow. I know I messed up her system up here.
No worries. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Excellent.
Jamarlin Promise.
Okay.
That is correct.
Interference with a traffic control device.
Yes, sir.
Anything special about Mr. Promise is not a CDL driver, is he?
It is a CDL. It looks like out of Louisiana.
Okay. Do you know anything about the charge as far as what the interference is?
Let me see what I got here for you. I
I don't
believe.
have a report, so I can't.
Let me see what we got. Says he was making a stop at a receiver and following his GPS system and the directions given to him by his dispatch, KLLM. The GPS took him down Hill Road to 406 Main Street off Forest Parkway. He didn't notice any no truck signs on arrival. He remembers a yellow low clearance sign, but didn't take close enough a look.
So he basically just hit the sign.
Yeah, it looks like he just didn't see the sign.
Okay.
I know that's not like the best defense on in the world, but that's his story.
Let me. All right, so I can do a basic rules for him. That 170 is the final amount.
Basic rules 170.
Yes.
Okay. Is it payable? Could he just could we send the check directly to the court, or you need any other document?
So we would email him the police sheet. He'd have to return it and then make the payment within 2 weeks.
Okay.
Because it's essentially we're switching to in-person now, but since you're online, that
Oh, you guys are going in person now.
yeah, we actually have in-person court right now.
Okay. Okay. Oh, it seems like everybody's going back in person now. Okay, so I just need to wait for the email for the police sheet, get my client to sign it, then send that in with the payment.
Yep, that's it.
All right, rock and roll.
Yeah, so as long as once he gets that police sheet, the clock starts running. So as long as he does it within 2 weeks, then he'll be good.
Okay, 2 weeks. And when can we expect to get the police sheet?
This means the police sheets will be going out to these folks, what, tomorrow? Yeah. Okay. So by tomorrow morning, you should see.
All right.
And if that's it, we're good to go.
I appreciate you, sir. It was good to see you.
You too, man. Take care.
You too. Have a good day.
All right. Bye-bye.
Any lower than that, the fine is 180.
Okay,
Yeah, now that, you know what I'm gonna say, please,
what's that?
don't do it.
I-
How about
It's a
that?
big
How
misunderstanding.
about, I know, but
Yes,
if you
sir.
don't do it, you don't have to ask for a favor, you know that, don't you?
Yes, sir.
I try to save my favors for big things,
I know
okay?
that's,
This is not a big thing, you do know that, don't you?
yes,
But you know you need to leave this alone.
yes.
Okay, all right, let me have your plea form.
I don't-
But
I don't
as far as
have
park,
nothing.
it's a city ordinance violation, okay? So it's 180. Are you able to satisfy that today, or you need some time to
Well,
pay?
quick question, is it 180 either way?
It's
No lower?
180 no matter what.
So, but if the guilty, will y'all spend my life?
It's one, no, this is not a suspendable offense.
Okay, well,
it's
then
not
let's do
gonna
guilty,
suspend
so I
your
can say
life.
the no low in case. I
Huh?
don't plan on being in here, but
I know, I know.
Jesus,
Now, you know, if you come back in here with this again, it's gonna get a little ugly.
I ain't coming in here.
Okay, for this. You can come in here for other things, but not for this.
Okay, well, Jesus, I don't know. I ain't been in court in a long time.
I know.
So there's no low and it's not guilty. It's,
Not guilty is saying, Judge, I didn't do it and I want to have a trial. Guilty or no is where you're accepting responsibility. And the fine for either.
but you only get one no low in how many
You
years?
get a no once every 5 years, but because this is a city ordinance violation, it doesn't show on your record.
Okay, I take,
Other than we do traffic.
all right.
So what do you want to do?
I'm gonna take the not guilty and keep my no low.
Okay, now.
I mean guilty. and
I'm
keep
about
the-
to say now,
Keep the,
what do you plead? Tell me what you plead.
I'm gonna plead guilty since it ain't gonna go on that.
Let me see what you, all right, take that back, put guilty and put your initial by it,
Okay,
okay? But you know, I'm gonna ask one more time, what do you want to plead?
guilty.
All right,
Let's say the number. Pay the 180 today.
you know that's expensive, don't you?
The 180.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's expensive.
I know something just cost $10 or $15.
What?
That's a 180 joint.
That's
You know
low.
that's crazy though.
That's a bill.
Huh?
Yeah, that's insurance.
I agree. You and I are in total agreement.
Thank you.
I agree. Are you able to take care of this today or you need some time to pay it?
Today. I don't want to see nobody else.
Okay, they're going to let you go across the hall and take care of this, and this will be the end of it. Any questions?
Thank you.
All right, you take care. Marcus Skinner. How are you doing, Mr. Skinner? What is your plea to driving without a tag, sir? Is it not guilty, guilty or no law? All right, let me have you to please come forward. Under Georgia law, this is a non-reportable offense, sir, so it does not show on your record. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, the fine for this is $165. Are you able to take care of that today, or you need some time to pay it?
I won't have to go to no probation with it,
If you can't pay it today, you would have to go on.
not even a portion of it.
No, you gotta pay it either all or go on probation. But if it's paid within the first 29 days, you don't have to pay a monthly supervision fee and your probation ends automatically.
Oh, okay.
So
So
if
if
it
I
goes
haven't paid,
past 29 days, you have to start paying supervision fees and you still have to pay the
I
160.
should have just stayed up here and paid it over there. You hit me more than what I was gonna pay for. Okay,
Tell me what you want to do.
but I had to go and see the probation people.
You're gonna meet with them today. The gentleman you keep seeing coming here handing me papers, that's who you're gonna meet with today. If you go on probation.
I just know, okay.
Okay, let me have your plea form. And what is your plea to driving without a tag, sir?
No law.
Okay. You understand that by entering into the no law plea that you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer? And sir, do you also understand that by entering into the plea that you are waiving your right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
Sir, are you entering into the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, your plea is accepted. You will pay this today. They will direct you to the window to pay it, and thank you, okay?
Thank you as well.
No problem. You take care of yourself.
Yes, sir.
Derek Slaughter. How are you doing, Mr. Slaughter? What is your plea to the suspended license charge, sir? Is he eligible for a no law?
Yes, it is.
All right, do you want to do a guilty or a no law?
I can do it.
All right, you understand that by entering into the no law plea that you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
And sir, do you also understand by entering into the plea that you are waiving your right to a trial? Sir, are you entering into the plea freely and voluntarily. And sir, do you believe it is in your best interest to enter into it? If I can please have your plea.
All right, sir, if you'll circle, mark out the guilty, circle no low contender, and put your initials so that they know you changed it, not.
Thank you. Sir, the fine is $795. Are you able to satisfy that today, or do you need to pay that while being on probation?
I need to be about probation.
Sir, you will be placed on probation for 12 months. 2 months of your probation will be mandatory. After 2 months, if the fine is paid, your probation will end. For those first 2 months, you will have to pay monthly supervision fee. And please make sure that you comply so that they don't bring you back in front of the court on a probation revocation. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about the probation?
No, sir.
All right, sir, if you will just have a seat, probation will be right with you momentarily, and good luck to you. All right.
Sir. Forward, go ahead. Take the corner. And send it.
Thank you. All right, thank you. Is it Taji Smith Daniel? FTA. That you, young man? All right. What is your plea to operating a vehicle while texting, young man, and to suspended license? Is it not guilty and to no insurance? You got a little bit going on. How old are you? 23. All right, I'm gonna let you speak with the prosecutor to pre-trial these cases, okay? Okay. If you will have a seat, he'll call you up momentarily. All right. All right. Mario Tejada Fernandez.
To reset.
Yes, actually, that's, been reset to PIA. The agreement was for him to provide a letter of liability for basic rules violation. The fine would be $135.
Okay. Luis Vaughn. Luis Vaughn, is that you? You're Louis Vaughn. How are you doing, Mr. Vaughn? Come on down here. What is your plea to a disorderly house charge, sir? Is it not guilty, or no low contendere?
No,
All right, do you understand that by entering into the no low plea, you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer?
yes, sir.
And sir, do you also understand that by entering into the plea that you are waiving your right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
Sir, are you entering into the plea freely and voluntarily?
Freely.
All right, sir, the fine is $680. Are you able to pay that today, or do you need some time to pay? Sir, you will be placed on probation for 6 months, and the reason for that is you're charged with the city ordinance violation, and the maximum time of probation is 6 months. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You must comply with all terms and conditions during the first 4 months. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You will meet with probation today. Every month that you're on probation, you will have to pay monthly supervision fee. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And of course, if you violate your probation, sir, they can bring you back in front of the court on a probation revocation calendar. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Sir, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, if I can please have his plea form and enter the no low plea, 6 months probation, fine is $680. Sir, if you will please have a seat, probation will be with you momentarily.
That's what you said. On one sheet? Oh, no, she's. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Cassandra Whitman. How are you doing, Ms. Whitman? All right, what is your plea to driving while texting? Okay. Do you want me to keep this case in Forest Park, or do you want me to send this case over to Clayton County where you're eligible for a jury trial?
Jury trial.
All right, we're gonna find your case over to Clayton County. They're gonna need to get some information from you. But let me get your not guilty plea. We will do a bind over. Let's verify her address to make sure, and then she can go. There we go. Jonathan Williams. Jonathan Williams. FTA.
Oh, okay.
Monterio Williams.
Plain. You'll hear from Plain County.
I'll need to sign the Bible. Monterio Williams. FTA. Stephen Williamson. Stephen Williamson. FTA. Ryan Woody. Ryan Woody. FTA. All right. I have some people in court who did not hear their name called. Some of you all are going to meet with the prosecutor to pre-trial your case. He will do that momentarily. But if you did not hear your name called and understand you're supposed to be in Forest Park at 1 o'clock on May 3rd, 2023, please stand up if you did not hear your name called. You understand you're supposed to be in court today, is that correct, sir? What is your name? Star, how do you, Starnes? And you're supposed to be here. What makes you think you're supposed to be here today? You got a court notice?
Well, I was supposed to be at 5 at night, it's up here, May 3rd.
Do you have a sheet of paper that says that? Because you're not on my calendar. Why don't you have a seat? You have a photo ID with you?
Yes, sir.
Will you hand that to Miss Payton and they will track down? Are you able to pay the fine today?
Yes.
So you need to go on probation.
Yes.
All right. Let them pull your paperwork, okay? And if you'll just have a seat. Sir, back here in the back, what is your name? Your name was called. Do you need interpreting services? And what is your plea to the charge, sir? Let me have you to please come forward. He's charged with running a red light.
But I'll go.
He's on page 12. This is my call.
Pedro Ramirez Castro.
I'll change. And I'll go check.
Mr. Montalvo on page 12. Down at the bottom, you want to get through guilty plea to the red light.
Circle, sign, date. And it's a very modern country. Print it real neat.
So what is your plea to the charge? Yes, sir. Okay.
Pleading guilty, fine is $200.
Okay.
Mr. Montalvo, do you understand that by entering into the guilty plea that you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer, sir?
Yes, sir.
Sir, do you also understand that by entering into the plea that you are waiving your right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
Sir, are you entering into the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And sir, do you believe it is in your best interest to enter into the plea?
Yes, sir.
And do you have any questions you'd like to ask me?
No, sir.
All right, if I can please get your guilty plea form. You'll give that to Ms. Payton.
Leroy Michelle. Michael.
Oh, that's fine. I got it. Sir, your guilty plea to the charge has been accepted. Are you able to satisfy the $200 today, or do you need some time to pay?
Can I get some time?
Yes. Sir, you will be placed on probation for 12 months. Your probation will end the moment this is paid. If it's paid within the first 29 days, you do not have to pay any monthly supervision fee. Once you go beyond 29 days, you will have to pay a monthly supervision fee every month. Of course, if you violate your probation, sir, you can be brought before the court on a probation revocation calendar. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
All right, sir, if you'll please have a seat, and probation will be with you momentarily.
So that information would be necessary for a trial. Was this an accident?
Is there anyone else in court that did not hear their name called? Excellent. All right, Mr. Pullen, come on back up here, dude. I understand you are frustrated with your lawyer. Look at me, I'm not your lawyer, okay? Okay. Now, today's real simple.
Yes, sir.
Judge, not guilty, I want to have a trial. Judge, I can't afford to hire a lawyer. Will you see if I'm eligible to appoint one? Or judge, I want to have a jury trial, send my case to Clayton County. Tell me what you want me to do.
I just want to have a fair trial. This for me to get licensed.
I don't, that's all left up to the Department of Driving Services. So do you want to see if you're eligible for the appointment of a lawyer? Because I think you need a lawyer.
I gotta get a lawyer again. Yes,
Okay, so let me ask you some questions. Are you employed?
yes, sir.
All right, and annually, how much money do you make?
I can't thank you.
Okay, well, I can give you a form to fill out, a court-appointed form, go sit down and fill it out, and I will determine if you meet the requirements of the court-appointed counsel, okay?
Yes, sir.
You decided you live in here when you were,
I am just finished with the form here.
okay, all of them,
All of this, yeah.
all right, excellent.
The officer that entered it in error.
Okay.
That's why my numbers are.
So there's nothing to do.
Are you gonna say-
Can I just get a case disposition and have something with this? Just fill out the case disposition right on there that the officer avoided the ticket, and have we released the young man, Mr. Starnes? The officer avoided your ticket, so this has been dismissed. Can we make a copy of this so we can give him back this and we keep a copy and attach it to that case disposition form? Okay. So she did the police form, did she do the case disposition? It's all I have is a plea.
What do I need to do?
The case disposition forms to write their name, what their plea was, and you leave everything else blank. We can do it, but I wanted you to have the plea form and the case
Okay,
disposition.
I don't have that form. What is?
I know, you should have given it to.
Okay, but I can do that. You can give
We
me,
don't- Huh?
you can give me the paper.
Okay, if you would just put their name across the top and what they're telling you their plea is, I can fill out the rest.
That's fine.
Yes, I thought it would be helpful because they may have some questions about it, and I didn't get to explain it in Spanish. That's
So,
why.
if you have those forms.
Can we give her like 6 or 7 case, give her maybe 10 case disposition forms?
Lakia wants to go get them from her desk.
Okay, she'll give those right to. Okay.
Sure.
Sure.
If you could give those forms, she's gonna need about 10 or 12 of them, that she will. All you need to do is fill out their name and what their plea is, and we'll do the rest. And the charge, whatever the charges are on the left-hand column.
Blake Richards.
Where is this taken?
Oh, oh.
Do we have anyone else online, or did the prosecutor deal with all those?
No, we still have 3 people online.
You ready to rock and roll?
Hold on 1 second. No, I'm not gonna say that.
Huh?
I will not be saying that.
You won't say that?
No, sir.
City ordinance, so that's not.
I would have gotten the calendar, and you knew how to do it.
That is.
One o'clock.
Yeah, I didn't.
No, I'm just trying to, I'll just use the Zoom for this morning.
Okay.
That's all.
So you want to have a trial on the check?
Okay.
I'm coming in. You have to let me in, Michelle.
I don't see you, Judge Freeman.
Oh, you're all
But
right. You're all right. See me coming in now?
You said that?
I may not come in.
I see you on, you're joining.
Okay. Hear me?
Yes.
Please stand by.
Okay. So I'm going to, so I am Judge Freeman, and I'm going to start with Maria Ruth Alberto Perez. Do you need interpreting services?
Yes.
Do you understand English or do you need interpreting services?
Español.
I cannot hear you.
She needs interpreter.
All right. I'm gonna come back to you, okay?
Okay.
Next, I'm gonna go to Monterio Williams. Mr. Williams, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you, I can't hear you.
Yes.
He's speaking, I can barely hear him.
All right, Mr. Williams? Can you-
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Williams?
Yes.
Let me look and see what you're charged with, sir. I'm Judge Freeman. How are you doing this afternoon?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing just fine. You're charged with 4 different offenses. Do you understand that?
Yes.
I'm gonna take you through each one, but before I do that, can you please type your name and your email address in the chat and send it to FPMC. Type it in the chat and send it to FPMC. And let me know once you've done that. Mr. Woody, let me have you to do the same thing. And Mr. Woody, while I'm talking to Mr. Williams, if you will please mute your device, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, if you will type your full name and your email address in the chat and send it to FPMC.
All right. I sent it.
All right. All right. Mr. Monterio, what is your plea to the charge of driving on suspended license, sir?
Nolo.
What is your plea to driving with suspended tag?
Nolo.
What is your plea to no insurance?
Nolo.
What is your plea to failure to obey a traffic control device?
Nolo.
All right, let me see if you're eligible for a NOLO for all of those offenses.
All
He's
right.
supposed to tender a NOLO plea to all of those offenses.
All right.
This is Monterio Williams. Now, you know your fines are gonna be up there, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, just letting you know. You understand that by entering into the NOLO plea, sir, that you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer?
Yes.
And do you also understand that by entering into the plea that you are waiving your right to a trial?
Yes.
Are you entering into the plea, sir, freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And sir, do you believe it is in your best interest to enter into the NOLO plea to the charge of no insurance, failure to obey a traffic control device, suspended registration, and suspended license?
Yes.
Sir, the court will accept your NOLO plea as being freely and voluntarily given. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Sir, your total fine is $2,485. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Are you able to satisfy that? Well, you will have to pay that while being on probation. Sir, you will be placed on probation for 24 months. Do you understand that?
Yes.
3 months of your probation will be mandatory. Do you understand that?
Yes.
While on probation, you must comply with all terms and conditions. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You also understand that if you violate your probation, the court will bring you back on a probation revocation calendar. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you have any questions you'd like to ask me regarding the sentencing of this court, sir?
No, sir.
All right. So you're going to receive your plea form through your email by close of business tomorrow. You'll receive a DocuSign, enter a NOLO plea, and send that back. The moment you've done that, then you will receive your probation information to reach out to probation. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you fail to do this, understand that the court will take sanctions against you because you have been sentenced. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, can you just tell me what is your email address?
Monterio, Monterio 326 @gmail.com.
Let me repeat that. Monterio326 @gmail.com.
Yes.
Check your email starting this afternoon. For your plea form, you'll enter a NOLO plea, send that back, and then you will receive your probation information. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Sir, do you have any questions you want to ask me?
No, sir.
All right, well, good luck to you, and you can disengage from the call, young man.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Woody, if you'll please unmute. You were charged with following too closely. What is your plea to that? Is it not guilty, guilty, or nolo contendere?
Nolo contendere.
Is Mr. Woody eligible for a nolo plea? All right, sir, you are eligible for a nolo plea. You understand that by entering into the nolo plea, you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer.
Yes, sir.
And sir, do you understand also by entering into the plea that you are waiving your right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
Sir, are you entering into the plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And sir, do you believe it is in your best interest to enter into the nolo plea?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, the fine amount is $388. Are you able to pay that in 2 weeks, or do you need a longer period of time?
Can I get a couple extra weeks?
Yes, sir, I will place you on probation for 12 months. It will be pay-only probation. All right? Have you
Yes, sir.
typed your name and email address in the chat?
Yes, sir, I have.
What is your email address?
It is btwoody9.28 @gmail.com.
btwoody9.28 at what now?
@gmail.com.
Okay, let me repeat that. It's btwoody, the 9.28 @gmail.com.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you will receive your plea form through your email by close of business tomorrow. You will enter a nolo plea and send that back immediately. And then you will receive your probation information, placing you on probation for 12 months. It will be pay-only probation. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Sir, do you have any questions?
So the pay only probation, once I pay it, I'm off of probation?
That is correct.
All right, that's all I have.
And the only other thing is, if it's paid within the first 29 days, you do not have to pay any monthly probation fees. But if it goes beyond 29 days, you must service a monthly probation fee for every month that you're on probation. Do you understand that?
29 days starting today, May the 3rd?
That is correct.
Yes, sir.
Are there any other questions, sir?
No, sir.
All right, well, thank you. You can disengage from the call, and good luck to you.
Thank you, you too.
All right. So we'll have to wait because he's on mine. Yeah, so he'll have to send it back, yeah. But I can go ahead and I don't know when you're gonna get this back, but I'll get it through DocuSign. Yeah, so I won't. So, yeah. And then next is, once Miss Ida tells me she can take care of the one last person who I think needs interpreting services. You have some bind over orders you need me to sign? Okay. Pedro Castro, you'll please come forward. How are you doing, sir? Your guilty plea to the charge has been accepted by the court. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
It looks like the total fine is $820 and you're going to pay that today. Is that correct? Sir, do you have any questions you want to ask me regarding the disposition of your case in court today? They will direct you across the hall momentarily, sir, to pay the sum of $820. Do you understand that? All right, thank you so much. All right.
Oh, okay.
There you go. That's it. Next is Leroy. Is it Michael or Mitchell? How are you doing, sir? It looks like you've spoken with the prosecutor. The fine amount is $500. Are you able to satisfy that today, or do you need to pay that while being on probation, sir? All right. Sir, do you understand that by entering into the guilty plea that you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer? And sir, do you also understand that by entering into the plea that you are waiving your right to a trial? Sir, are you entering into the plea freely and voluntarily? Can I please have your plea form? Yeah, I got his paperwork. I don't have his plea form. The court will accept your guilty plea to the reckless driving charge. The fine amount is $500 once I get your plea form. So you all, I gotta go to at home today. You know why, don't you? Gotta get us a big clock to put right down there. Didn't we used to have one? That's right. Y'all ain't never been in there before. I'm sorry. I got to know what time it is. You got to be efficient. I know. Blake Richards, sir, if you'll please have a seat, they will direct you out to the window momentarily, and thank you. All right. Let me have you to come down here, Mr. Richards. It looks like you do want to dispose of your case here. Is that correct?
No,
You're binding it over? What are you doing?
jury.
Okay, we're gonna bind your case over to. We're gonna bind your case over to Clayton County. This young man bind his case over to Clayton County, verify his address. All right. Geraldo Sanchez. Thank you. Mr. Sanchez.
They're literally the same charge on both days. I crossed the, I want to say the 16th.
Okay. Okay, so Mr. Sanchez, it looks like you had 4 charges and the prosecutor dismissed one of them. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The total fine is $965. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to satisfy that today, or do you need some time to pay it?
I need some time to finish.
All right, sir, you will be placed on probation for 18 months. 3 months of your probation is mandatory. While on probation, there can be no drinking. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Probation will do random alcohol and drug screens. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, do you understand that by entering into the, and can I please have your plea form? You're entered into a guilty plea, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Sir, do you understand that by entering into the guilty plea that you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
And sir, do you also understand that by entering into the plea that you are waiving your right to a trial?
Yes, sir.
Sir, are you entering into the plea freely and voluntarily? And sir, do you believe it is in your best interest to enter into the plea? All right, sir, you will meet with probation momentarily. Do you have any questions you'd like to ask me?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. If you'll have a seat, probation will be right with you. All right. Next is Taji Smith Daniel. Mr. Smith Daniel. All right, young man, it's my understanding you're entering a no-low plea to all 4 charges. Is that correct? You understand that by entering into the no-low plea that you're doing this without the assistance of a lawyer? And sir, do you also understand that by entering into the plea that you are waiving your right to a trial? All right, are you entering into the plea, young man, freely and voluntarily? All right, the court will accept your no-low plea to the charges. The fine amount is $1,420. Do you understand that? All right, young man, you will be placed on probation for 12 months. It will be pay-only probation. Once this is paid, your probation can end. Do you understand that? You're going to meet with a probation officer today. They will outline the terms and conditions of probation. Do you have any questions you want to ask me? All right, thank you. If you'll have a seat, probation will be with you momentarily, okay? There were some more charges for Geraldo Sanchez. We're gonna have to get him back in here. There were 2. Geraldo Sanchez or Sanchez Geraldo. I'm sorry, Mr. Sanchez, there were 2 sets of tickets for you. It's 2 of them. So you have another set of tickets for the same charges of public drunk and brown bagging. What is your plea to those 2 charges? Nope. I'm sorry. The prosecutor and all processed those. I've signed that. I've signed it. You're good. Just have a seat. Thank you. I'm sorry. All right, what did we decide with Mr. Pullins? Did he fill out a court-appointed application? Okay, can I see it? Thank you. Mr. Pullins, come on up here, fella. Now, do you have any questions you want to ask me?
I did want to be a fact trial.
Okay, well, you will get that. You're just not gonna get it today because you know today is not a trial day. Okay? Do you want me to keep your case here in Forest Park or you want me to bind it over to Clayton County? Okay, so let me have you to raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, sir. In looking at your court-appointed application, you do meet the requirements for court-appointed counsel. Do you understand that? So I'm going to appoint you Michael Stinson. I'm gonna give you his card. Reach out. I'm not gonna give you his card. Okay. Yeah. Reach out to Attorney Stinson. Let him know he's been appointed by the judge here in the city of Forest Park. Do you understand that? Now, the city does have the right to seek restitution for the court-appointed fees. That amount cannot exceed $250. Do you understand that? All right. Reach out to Attorney Stinson. He will have a copy of your file within the next 48 hours. Reach out to him. We're going to reset your court date to give you time to talk with him and to decide what you want to do. Okay? Do you have any questions? All right, well, have a seat. Let them give you your new court date and then you can get out of here, okay? There we go. That takes care of that. So we're just waiting on Ms. Ida. So Mr. McKeechin, you want to come on up here? I just wanted you to kind of see the flow of Forest Park. I know there will be some changes, but I just wanted you to see this was the 1 o'clock arraignment calendar. We have the 8 o'clock virtual calendar trial, which is still virtual and it will be virtual, but we're going to start coming back in person for the arraignment calendar. 8 o'clock trial calendar is online. Yeah. At least through the 3rd quarter. But because of the size of these arraignment calendars, we're going to, it's probably just more efficient to do it in person, although it may not be. Sometimes the prosecutor and I may not be here at the same time based on the size of the calendar. Okay? But we use many of the same forms, but I wanted you to just see this, and then maybe we can talk a little bit with Miss Yolanda once we finish up. But did you have any questions about this? Okay, yeah. And I know you know Andreas. Yes, okay. So we'll wait on Ms. Ida, and then we will, once we take care of the interpreting cases, then we're done.
Okay.
Ray, this is Mr. McKeachin. He is the new court administrator for the city of Forest Park. Ray has been very gracious to provide us with security services. We will have more officers, but right now we don't really need them, but he's having to do administrative and security, which is not a good idea. I want to get him more on the security side, but I appreciate him doing both. And you've met Miss Payton and Miss Yates, and you'll get a chance to meet Miss Green. Right now, because we are divided out, they are actually employees of the police department. And so that's why we are interviewing now for our clerks for court services. Yeah, okay.
2021.
Yeah.
Yeah, first one was just, it should be malpractice too. But you said.
There's somebody else.
Oh, is it? Okay.
People that have the same.
Oh.
Okay, so I'll just give it this tonight.
Yeah.
Because this one was different.
Okay, it's the same, yeah, it's the same person.
If we get the,
I got a question.
yes, sir.
Because Ms. Yates has not been here long enough to go inform me that, I didn't get a chance to ask, hey, when this military was here, where was she positioned?
So we can do this any way you want to do it. So you know how you do it in Union City? If you want to do it that way, then you can just tell me when to come in, which means you can do whatever, however you see what I'm saying? But, so that's what she did. So she would call the job the same way you did. She would usually take all cases that involve multi-count charges. She would give me the single count one. So when I came out, I would have that stack, she'd have that stack, whichever one of us finished up first. And we asked the other one, can you help? Does that make sense?
It does.
You do it a little different, but however you decide. Huh?
I wanted most of my.
Okay, then you would just tell me the time. Yeah, and then, but you do know we have a large Miss Ida, we just have to deal with. Yeah, so
Well,
I don't know
think
how
that
you want to
gives
deal
her-
with those.
That gives her, while I'm dealing with those other folks, that gives her enough time to get.
Okay, then that's
her
fine.
people situated. By
So
the time
you're
you come out here,
thinking-
You can take the lead.
But don't, I can't sit back there no hour and a half. I can do 30 minutes max.
I'll try that.
No.
I'll try not to make you.
I can only do 30 minutes. I'm sorry. You will please have a seat.
One person.
Señora María. Pedro Pérez y María Rivera.
Ajá. Diga.
No la escucho.
No la escucho. No se oye. No se oye. No se escucha. Aló. No se escucha. Bueno. Aló.
Tienes.
It's all muted. Oh,
We can hear you now.
ok, ¿ya me puede escuchar?
Sí.
Ok. Pues we have feedback. ¿Usted habla inglés o necesita intérprete?
No, necesito intérprete.
Ok, she needs an interpreter. ¿Usted vive en Forest Park?
No, vivo. ¿Cómo se llama? East Point.
I live in East Point.
No, she is charged with, we're gonna reset her court date for in person.
Vamos a aplazar su caso para que venga en persona.
Ok.
Ok.
Give her a reset court date for in-person appearance. Let's do it 2 weeks out.
El 17 de mayo tiene que venir
Get her
aquí.
Email address, send it to her.
Ok, ¿me puede dar su correo electrónico?
No tengo.
She doesn't have one.
Actually, does she still live on Reed Avenue?
¿Usted vive todavía en Reed Avenue?
Sí.
Yes.
We'll send her a letter.
Le van a mandar una carta, pero yo me tengo next Wednesday, I mean, the 17th at 1
I'll put
o'clock.
it in the mail tomorrow.
Okay. Le van a mandar una carta para que sepa la fecha nueva, pero anótelo, porque va a ser el 17 de mayo, un miércoles a la 1 de la tarde, para que venga aquí en persona. ¿Sabe la dirección de aquí?
No.
Ok. La dirección de aquí es 320 Cash Memorial. Ok.
Yes.
320 Cash Memorial Boulevard, donde queda el departamento de policía. ¿Me está oyendo?
Sí. Sí, 320.
No la puedo oír a usted yo ahora. I cannot hear her.
320.
No, no la puedo
No
oír.
se escucha. No, ella no escucha.
¿A nuestra dirección?
Sí, 320.
Cash Memorial Boulevard.
Gas Memoria Boulevard.
Forest
¿Dónde
Park,
está? Forest Park.
donde
¿Dónde?
está el departamento de policía.
Sí, ya.
El 17 de mayo a la 1 de la tarde.
A la 1 de la tarde. Está bien, gracias.
Entonces la vemos ese día.
Está bien, muchas gracias.
Hasta luego, de nada. Ya se puede retirar. Okay.
Gracias.
Okay. You're welcome.
Yes, it does.